Hello, welcome to Daily News from Mahajanga TV. Scholarly meetings of His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Qom, Iran. On last Tuesday, the house of His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom hosted another session of its scholarly meetings. During this meeting, one of the scholars asked the following question: is it permissible to interpret the Holy Quran without using the holy traditions? His Eminence replied, to interpret the Holy Quran, one should shed light on the ambiguous parts of the Holy Book, and that's not possible unless by reference to the holy traditions of the AhlulBayt, peace be upon them. Further in this meeting, the discussions revolved around different modes of financial transactions. Yaseen Husayniya celebrates Eid al-Ghadir in Sydney, Australia. The Yaseen Husayniya Mosque, affiliated with the office of the Grand Shia Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in Sydney, Australia, held a ceremony to celebrate the Eid al-Ghadir. This ceremony was held on Dhil Hijjah 17th, and it was attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of AhlulBayt, peace be upon them. Women's Department of Zainabiya Seminary honors Dhil Hijjah 18th in Syria. The Women's Department of Zainabiya Seminary, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the Syrian capital Damascus, held a ceremony to honor the Grand Eid al-Ghadir. The ceremony began with the recitation of the Holy Quran and continued with eulogies and religious lectures, as well as a religious show about the importance of the event of Ghadir. In the end, the participants received some prizes. Former member of the Kuwaiti parliament visits office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala, Iraq. Saleh Ashur, former member of the Kuwaiti parliament, visited the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala. During this visit, the latest situation of the Shia Muslims and the prospects of the charitable programs by this office were discussed. Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi celebrates Eid al-Ghadir in Madagascar. The office of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi in Mahajanga city of Madagascar held a ceremony to celebrate the glorious Eid al-Ghadir and the renewal of the Muslims' allegiance with the true successor of the God's final messenger. This ceremony was held on Sunday. The recitation of the Holy Quran, Hadith Qissa and Ziyarat Ashura, as well as religious speeches were the main parts of this ceremony. Najaf Center for Strategic Studies hosts representative of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. Sheikh Jalal Maash, one of the representatives of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, visited Najaf Center for Strategic Studies (NCSS), where he met with Dr. Hussein Hatam al-Shibli, the president of this center. During this meeting, the discussions revolved around the religious, cultural, political, economic, and social activities of this center. Sheikh Jalal Maash praised NCSS for its national and religious perspective on its programs. In the end, Sheikh Jalal Maash appreciated the role of seminarians at Najaf Center for Strategic Studies in increasing collaborations between Islamic seminaries and universities in Iraq. End of courses by AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center in Baghdad, Iraq. AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad, the capital of Iraq, announced the end of courses of Islamic beliefs on the glorious Eid al-Ghadir. These courses, which lasted for 30 days, were attended by teenagers and youngsters. AhlulBayt Center celebrates birthday of Imam Hadi, peace be upon him, in Mahajanga city of Madagascar. AhlulBayt Center, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Mahajanga city of Madagascar, held a ceremony to celebrate the birthday of the 10th Shia leader, Imam al-Hadi, peace be upon him. This ceremony was attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, who listened to speeches and eulogies about the life and legacies of this holy Imam. AhlulBayt Center celebrates Eid al-Ghadir in Basra, Iraq. AhlulBayt Center, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra, held a ceremony to celebrate the glorious Eid al-Ghadir and the 17th anniversary of its foundation. This ceremony began with the recitation of the Holy Quran, and then a short film of the activities of the AhlulBayt Institute during the past 17 years continued. The participants at this ceremony then listened to a speech by Sheikh Sadiq al-Basri, the director of the AhlulBayt Institute, and Sheikh Tahir al-Fariji. In the end, several books and plaques of appreciation were given to the director of the AhlulBayt Institute for their tireless efforts during all these years. al-Banin Institute celebrates Eid al-Ghadir in Mayson province of Iraq. al-Banin Institute, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Mayson province of Iraq, held a ceremony to celebrate the glorious Eid al-Ghadir. During the ceremony, Sheikh Saad ad-Daraji made a speech to a group of believers. Rasul Adham Institute celebrates Eid al-Ghadir in Holy Kadhimiya, Iraq. Rasul Adham Institute, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Kadhimiya, held a ceremony to celebrate the glorious Eid al-Ghadir. This ceremony was attended by groups of Shia believers who listened to a speech by Sheikh Ahmad al-Lami, the director of the Public Relations Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Kadhimiya. Sayyid Shahada Institute honors Eid al-Ghadir and donates aids to needy in Holy Karbala, Iraq. Sayyid Shahada Institute, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala, held a ceremony to celebrate the glorious Eid al-Ghadir. During this ceremony, Sayyid Shahada Institute donated aids to needy families and orphans. Servants of AhlulBayt Association honors Eid al-Ghadir in Ghana. The Association of the Servants of the AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, in Accra city of Ghana, held a ceremony to celebrate the glorious Eid al-Ghadir. This ceremony was attended by groups of Shia believers and lovers of AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, who renewed their allegiance to the Amir of the believers, Imam Ali, peace be upon him, on this day. Activities by Zainabiya Institute on Eid al-Ghadir in Basra, Iraq. Zainabiya Cultural Institute, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra province of Iraq, held a ceremony to celebrate the glorious Eid al-Ghadir. Groups of believers as well as cultural and religious figures participated in this ceremony and honored this day. Yalatharat al-Hussein Association celebrates Eid al-Ghadir in Holy Karbala, Iraq. The holy city of Karbala witnessed a great celebration called Ghadiriyun during the Eid al-Ghadir this year. This ceremony was held with the presence of 20 cultural and religious institutions. This magnificent ceremony was held by the efforts of the Yalatharat al-Hussein Association and in collaboration with many other delegations and institutions. The slogan of this event was, "There are no excuses left after the day of Ghadir." At the end of this ceremony, the organizers published a statement that reads as follows. This program included various activities, the most important of which was the donation of gifts to orphans on the Ghadir Day. We must strive to consolidate the culture of Ghadir and institutionalize it in our society so that the youth can benefit from the blessings of the completion of the religion and the completion of the blessing, which is the guardianship of the Commander of the Faithful, peace be upon him, and the friendship of Fatima Zahra and the pure Imams, peace be upon them. This statement also adds, this event is organized by the cooperation of Karbala delegations and a group of religious and cultural centers. It should be mentioned that one of the most prominent activities of the Ghadiriyun program was giving gifts to 313 orphans and their families, as well as distributing food baskets among poor and needy families. In addition to that, visiting patients at hospitals and donating bouquets of roses to congratulate them on Eid al-Ghadir were other activities of this center.